Hey friends, Christina Stainbrook here. I was going to go ahead and give you an overview of what to expect in this Star Plus course. It is 6 weeks long, and we are going over some things that you've probably been through before, but we're going to do them a little different. So week 1, we're going to work on goal setting, and we're going to work on goal setting. We're going to work on making your action plan. We're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about how to move your business beyond the minimum requirements. Week 2, we're going to move into the 5 fundamentals of leadership, and we're going to do them a little different too. Some of you have been through courses over the 5 fundamentals, so this is going to be more of so you've got the basics of the 5 fundamentals, but we're going to kind of give you some really deep take-home stuff to do based on each one of those fundamentals, right? So the 5 fundamentals are discover, coach, connect, replicate. The first one's prepare. So prepare, discover, coach, connect, and replicate. So week 2, after we've done the week 1 stuff, we're going to talk about week 2, which is prepare. We're going to go over things like creating a schedule for what you do and helping get your family on board with you making your business a priority. Creating a team page, setting up a team binder. We're going to talk about your own personal development, personal growth. We're going to talk about things like team mail and recognition and budgeting in your business. We're going to talk money. Week 3, we're going to talk about discover. So we're going to talk about what I've called goal digging. We're going to talk about identifying your future leaders. We're going to talk about how you can host your own action plan workshops. We're going to talk about the easiest path to director, and we're going to talk about where your focus needs to be in order for you to properly discover your teammates and lead them along the way. Week 4, we're going to talk about coaching. We're going to talk about coaching calls, live videos, leading by example, setting boundaries in your business with your teammates. And then we're going to talk about passion and burnout. And then week 5, we're going to talk about connection, which is going to be about your team culture, deciding what that's going to be like, what you guys are about, what's going to be your glue that sticks you together. We're going to talk about accountability. We're going to talk about Sensei's core values, how that fits into how you run your business and how they run theirs. We're going to talk about your own personal team mission statement, and we're going to talk about tips for getting people engaged early in your team page. And then we're going to talk about, in week 6, replicate, which is the final focus on the 5 fundamental. It's called replicate, and it's how to help others do exactly what you just did, right? So we're going to talk about things like how, if you want to be a director acting like one now, steps to take towards moving that direction, inviting others in, simplifying your business in order to inspire others. We're going to talk about evaluating your business often, gut checking it, making sure you're actually heading the right direction, making sure you're doing the right kinds of things, making sure you're being honest with yourself about how much effort you're really giving it. And then we're going to also talk about how to properly balance team incentives along with your budget, the size, and making those kinds of things scalable. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's a lot of content. A lot of people are gonna be like, well, this is every day, this is a lot. Okay, but that's the thing about, if you would like to be a director and if you'd like to be a leader with Sensei, it's gonna take every day. It's gonna take time every day from you. And then it's gonna take time even after that to maintain. If you are a hobby level consultant, leadership may not be something you're interested in, but if leadership is something you're interested in because your goals are things like purple boat glitter Land Rover, or $1 million house, or crazy things like that, or even littler things like being able to give back to charity more, or being able to stay at home with your kids, being able to retire your husband early, getting out of debt. Those are going to take daily effort, just like they do in regular life when you're just trying to do it anyway. It's going to take daily effort with Sensei to make it happen as well. So if you haven't done Leap to Lead yet, Leap to Lead, the basics of Leap to Lead are to get people to take 15-minute daily actions, and it gives them what to do for an entire 5 weeks. And then the thing is, they can keep doing that over and over again to continue growing their foundation. So Leap to Lead is building that foundation. So if you don't have consistent PRV right now, you don't know how to recruit people at all, you will probably want to take Leap to Lead because it's building the business foundations. Because what happens if you don't have a foundation, but you find kind of accidental leadership, you're not going to know how to sustain that, and you're not going to know how to keep the ball rolling. So make sure that you, upon doing Star Plus, you already have the basics down. You know how to get your next sale. You know how to throw a $200 party together if you have to have one right now, right? You know a lot of different tricks for getting PRV. You know how to talk to somebody about joining Scentsy. We're going to cover some of these things as well, but they're going to not quite be your basics. So if you don't feel like you even have a basic understanding about the 3 main ways to Scentsy, which is buy, host, and join, you're going to want to do Leap to Lead. And you're going to do it until you are making star numbers probably consistently, right? And that you never have a month below 500. So that's what Leap to Lead is for. It's to help you build the foundation of leadership. And then Star Plus is what's going to help you build your empire. It's going to help you organize your organization. It's going to help you get ready for the big leagues. It's going to help you define your team culture. It's going to help you set your schedule. It's going to help you define what leadership is going to look like for you, and start setting yourself up for that next step so that when it gets here, you're not overwhelmed by it, right? So I hope you're all going to join me. I hope you guys are having fun so far, dreaming up what you think this course is going to be like. But I really want you guys to decide to just commit to daily action. This is going to be a little more than what Leap to Lead was, because if you've done Leap to Lead and you've gotten yourself committed to doing something daily in your business, this is just cranking that up a little notch. It's moving from probably 15 minutes to a whole hour, right? Which honestly, you should be doing way more than 1 hour of work at the leadership level in your business a day. So I'm going to help you move that direction, because you're moving from hobby, which would be a 15-minute to a day thing, even though you'd sit down and knit for 2 hours, right? So sometimes we don't even give our hobby level Scentsy business hobby level time, right? So we want to move from hobby level into business building part-time job level here. So that's what Star Plus is going to help you do. And I hope that you guys are just as excited about it as I am. But yeah, this starts Monday. So I hope you guys are really stoked. I'm stoked. I'm excited to bring this to you guys. Leap to Lead was inspired by Laura Godwin. I used her curriculum course to help put that together and make my own videos. And then I tweaked it a little bit, not a whole lot. So that was a really, really amazing thing that Laura had prepared for everyone to use. And so I went ahead and made it my own by making my own videos for it. This one is 100% me, so hopefully you guys still enjoy it. This is just, I'm basing it on the 5 fundamentals of Scentsy's training, because I really, really love that Scentsy provides those kinds of trainings for us. I'm just giving it a lot more meat, if that makes sense. I am putting a lot of my own personal best practices and lining them up with what Scentsy's training is, so that you can have Scentsy's training, but then you've also got the Christina style of how I've learned to do it over the last several years. What has worked, what hasn't worked. I'm trying to help you not have to figure out the hard way how to do this, because a lot of mine was just kind of taking shots in the dark. And now that I feel like I'm in a place that is fairly well oiled, I still obviously can improve, because that's just, we all can. And if we can't admit that we all need to improve, then we'll start there. But these are just best practices that I know work well, that I've learned from other amazing leaders, and they've worked for me in my business. So I want to make sure that I'm passing them on to you. And I thought that the best way to do that would be at this level, Star Consultant and above. And that way you guys are equipped early in your journey with everything I had to learn well after I had already gotten to where I thought I was going. So I wanted to get you guys heading the right direction as simply as possible, without adding too much fluff, because I feel like there's a lot of fluff in some places. So these are exactly just my core essential activities that I think you all need to adopt and get used to. And then again, just like Leap to Lead, this is a course I want you guys to continue to take until you get to where you want to go, or even just as a refresher to remind you of what you're supposed to be doing in your business. Like when you get buried, come back to the basics. So I hope you guys enjoy Star Plus. I'm excited about it and I can't wait to go along with you. Bye-bye.